Alrighty, well, TwitchCon 2022 just happened this past weekend. It was a great experience. I got to meet a lot of people that I knew online and just have never met over in like actual real life. So it's super cool. A lot of experiences, a lot of things that has happened throughout the last weekend. It was an amazing experience, and I wanted to show you guys in this little vlog. So hope you guys enjoy. So we drove from Las Vegas to San Diego. It took about 5 hours, but when we got into the city, it was beautiful. We tried to get our badges that night, but sadly ended up being a little bit late, but we ended up just going straight to the hotel after, and this hotel was actually pretty cool. We ended up being on the 4th floor, which, I mean, wasn't too great because we couldn't see the ocean, but the view was decently good, and you can't really complain whenever you're at a hotel. We slept for the night and then woke up super early so we can go to the convention center to get our badges and get in line. We ended up getting our badges and waiting in line for 2 hours, but once we got in, the experience of seeing everything was insane. This was the Twitch Rivals Arena. I spent most of my time here watching events, but this place was ultimately the coolest place I have ever been. And here is a jacket that I got for free.
Fresh cave merch and other surprises. We have lots of surprises. This squad up is truly just getting started. To help guide you through everything that we've planned this weekend, we're getting some.
After Rivals, I went out and started meeting people. I met the Goose from Duck Duck Goose. I met Danny and Allie, Low, you, Snipes, all the sellouts. It was super cool. Even got to see some people that I've never met before, but I've seen them online. It was amazing. I even got to meet Saikuno. I ran into him for a split second, got a picture with him. And then I also ran into Jess, which is a awesome person. She was super happy to take pictures. And then here's some PCs that I got to saw at the Intel booth. It was super cool. And that wrapped up day one. After that, we went outside. I ran into Ernsto, had to get a picture with him. And then it was on our way back to the hotel. I did a lot that day. I was tired and we just wanted to relax for the rest of the night. We actually ended up going out for the night and getting burgers. We met up with Beast afterwards at his place and we just sat down, talked a little bit, and this burger place was actually really good. I ended up getting like a barbecue burger and it was delicious. After the burgers, we ended up going back to our hotel to end off the night. For the second day of TwitchCon, we woke up early once again. We were ready, excited to go to the convention center. You can see here, man, I was ready. I was ready. But yeah, we were on our way. We had to get breakfast first. We actually had breakfast once throughout the entire trip, which is kind of funny. But once we got there, holy, the line was massive. As you can see right there, there was so many people, way more than I've ever seen in one room. So kind of crazy. And then there was just walking straight in down the line. It was crazy. Someone like ran right by me. You'll see in a second. They were like zooming. We actually stopped by the loot cave again. We got a backpack on the first day, but the second day I wanted to get some merchandise. I got a new fanny pack and I got a new bucket hat, which I'm not gonna lie, I've never had a bucket hat, but I think I'm gonna have to start rocking it because I look pretty good in it. But there was some merchandise everywhere. There's a lot of shirts, t-shirts, stuff like that. There's that fanny pack that I grabbed. But overall, it was pretty cool. There's the bucket hat that I got. It looks super cool. If you guys want pictures, I could do that. But after that, we ended up chilling for a little bit. We went to go watch this Amazon Prime show, The Rings of Power, for a second. And after that, we actually found someone that was giving a quest out. So we went on a little quest throughout TwitchCon to get this little pin. There was actually 3 of them. It looked super cool. And I think it was super fun, having to do a little adventure inside of TwitchCon, gave us something to do, pass by the time that we were waiting for other events to happen and all. But yeah, this is me just walking, and I can tell you this, walking with a camera while recording is really weird because it like shakes, but it was super fun and the opportunity rarely comes. We stopped for a second because we saw Sig and Donna. We just wanted to say hi, But then we started moving back on the quest, and we went to the Captain Pirate's booth, and we ended up getting the pin for it and the little card for the quest. We ended up going back to the guy to get our second pin, which was super cool. He told us that the other guy that was supposed to be walking around, sadly, they couldn't find the third pins for that day, so we would have to come back tomorrow. But there was a different guy to give him more of the little cards that he hands out. So super cool. There's a little quest in TwitchCon, and I think it was a little fun. It was a lot of fun, actually. So, and then there's the pin. It's a little monkey. And then the next part of the trip was actually the most exciting part, which was my favorite. I waited in line for 2+ hours to meet Cypher, but on the way I actually saw Nick Merckx, which if you don't know, he's really big on Twitch. I did not go in his line because it was really long, but I got to meet Cypher. He's a big role model for me, and he was super cool. I told him that I was the person that carried him in MSK along with Beast and Yoltrons, but it was super cool to meet him. He was a super cool person. And then after that, we ended up meeting more people that I wanted to meet Valorant wise. There's Keo and Joel's. They were super cool. And then after that, we went to the Apex tournament, or the Apex Twitch Rivals. I ended up sitting with Closer and Faria, meeting a few of their friends, which they were super cool. I didn't get a lot of footage, or really any footage at all, at the Apex tournament, but it was super cool. It took forever to start. Like, I'm not even lying, like 2 hours for this thing to start. So we were sitting down for 2 hours, and then finally it started, and we watched like 2 games. We ended up leaving after. Then that was it for day 2. We actually went out to go eat dinner, which we went to Red Lobster. There's a lobster pizza that we had, which was really good, and their rolls are amazing. And then I got a steak and lobster with some broccoli and a loaded baked potato, which was delicious. Then after that, it was officially the last day of TwitchCon, day 3. And the first thing we did was actually go to the Fortnite tournament, which was early at like 11 o'clock. And we ended up sitting next to Yoltron. And this tournament was actually really fun because I knew what I was watching, and it was super cool. And there was familiar faces. So it was really fun experiencing Twitch Rivals right in front of me. So but here's a little footage. And then after that, we went to this racing booth, which was super cool. And I actually met his brother, and we went to this racing booth, which was really fun. We actually were making fun of his brother because they both were really bad.
I'm not gonna lie, you actually are kind of slow with this. Yoltron, rate your brother's experience to driving. Scale 1 to 10.
He has not unlocked all the golden Mario parts. I'd give him like a 2.
Held it. Alright, Yoltron, I'm expecting 10 out of 10 driving. My ears. You're really slow at this. Like pulled out like a grandma.
Wait, is it clutch?
Just do this.
Oh. Wait, what?
You gotta hit it before you get the brake. Get it on the brake.
After the racing booth, we went to the Wendy's booth, which had these new grape Frosties, which we talked about it, and it was just weird. I honestly have like no opinion on it. It's like grape flavored, but if Frosty was a part of it, it was the weirdest thing that I've ever tried. And there were some nerds in it too, but we ended up actually waiting in line for a claw machine, and we saw Valkyrie. There was a bunch of like people in line for it, and I definitely was not going to wait in the line. And then we ended up meeting up with Sig, and he actually found us next to a trash can, which was really funny. And that was pretty much it for day 3. Here is a Riot Gun buddy that I actually was waiting all 3 days for to get. It was super cool, and the overall experience of TwitchCon was really fun. I'm definitely going to go next year, and I really want to meet the people that support me and, you know, everything that I'm doing towards content creation. So it was super cool to meet anyone that was there, and all the motivational stuff that like taught me was super cool. But the trip overall definitely was worth
on
it.
our way home. We're checking out of the hotel now. It has been a crazy weekend. He's walking over here right now, so I gotta continue this up. But we're on our way home.
Chase to be